Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Random Gamers Corner. My goodness, that was very close to saying a different title, but welcome to a Random Gamers Corner. It's been months, maybe even a year. I know the returning members will be thinking, oh my gosh, this podcast won't stay dead. And you are correct. I am your host, Alejandro Ortiz, and I hope you all are doing well. I'm joined by a guest that is actually going to be a recurring partner now on this podcast. I hope it's for a very long time. Who knows? Maybe till the end of times. But please welcome my good friend, Professor Zoomer. Introduce yourself.
For thousands of years I lay dormant. Who disrupt? Oh, it's you. What the hell do you want?
You're on a podcast. What do you think?
Hell. Okay. Hi, guys. I'm Professor Zoomer. I do playthroughs. I called them Let's Plays at first, and I still call them Let's Plays in the title, but for the most part, instead of just yapping, I pretty much just talk about what I'm doing and the best way to do it, so I've started kind of leaning more towards doing playthroughs. And, yeah, I'm with this guy, apparently doing this podcast thingy that the cool kids are doing, and we're gonna see how this goes.
The cool kids, and I'm older than you.
They don't know that.
That's, that's true. But okay, yeah.
Well,
people.
that they do.
Okay, people, I know, like, for newcomers, you do not know, like, who the hell am I? I'm just I'm living up to the damn name once more. I'm just a random guy who just loves gaming so damn much that I decided to take up on podcasting a long time ago, and it's very amateur hour, but my God, I love it. And fortunately, was not able to do it for a very long time since my buddies and I sort of like got very mixed scheduling over the holiday break. But it's all good now. Like I dived more into streaming on YouTube and such, and content creation on there. I don't like saying that term, but oh well. And that's how I eventually met my good friend here, where now we are trying out podcasting together, and I hope you all enjoy it. That's my whole thing. Like, I just love gaming so much, whether it's like, it could be AAA gaming, AA gaming, indie, so on and so forth. I just love gaming, and yeah, time to like get started with all of this. Also, heads up, for as usual, I have a stutter, so if you notice me talking slower here and there, please be understanding, because you know what? At least I'm freaking trying.
No, I'm sorry for laughing mid-conversation. I just remembered in Resident Evil 6 when I made fun of your stutter and the zombie got me.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful karma. Check that out on Rise for the Emblem YouTube.
To be freaking fair, you also didn't shoot it. You had it in your sight. You're like, nah, I'm gonna let him get his karma.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even mad about it, is the thing. I was like, I can't be mad at that. That was perfect.
That was perfect timing.
Sorry to interrupt. Just as soon as you said the stutter, it came flushing back.
No worries, no worries. And I just realized we have, just to let people know that it's going to be hearing this on audio format later on. You will notice that until I get Random Gamers Corner podcast on YouTube to 50 subscribers, I will be doing live videos, recordings with Zoomer here on the Rise for the Emblem YouTube. That's not like just to advertise it, but it's just like if you ever feel curious to hear us live, there you go. And plus, we got our first guest, but yeah, our first listener is Nikki. Hello, what's up? We're here
Nikki.
doing podcast format. Alrighty, so let's begin. Zoomer, what was your experience with doing a whole Resident Evil marathon before Requiem comes out?
Okay,
how was that experience for you?
Something to note is that that is a low poly Roman Reigns. Sorry.
It's one of the costumes. Don't worry.
Okay,
yeah, it's true. It's true.
So something to note before I actually explain what I thought about my marathon is that Emblem and I, or Alejandro, tackled this lead up to Resident Evil 9 in two very different ways. Okay, I had decided that I would simply focus on the Raccoon City games, which would be 0, 1, 2, and 3.
which is smarter.
Whereas fair. Whereas Emblem here, he wanted to instead see if he could complete all the Resident Evil games, the main title ones anyway, before 9 came out. And he came pretty damn close. If quite frankly, if I had been able to find his channel earlier than I did, I might have been able to help him get through the first couple games faster. Because by the end of it, the only game that he didn't manage to finish was 6. So he did, let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Yeah. And
Don't
Code
forget
Veronica.
0.
I said 0.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I forgot Code Veronica. That was the one I forgot.
Wish now that I played that game, definitely should have been a mainline entry. Like, I respect it for
as we
what it
discussed,
did.
it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, before, like, obviously we both tackled this lead up to 9 in two very different ways, with kind of a similar end result. We wanted to be caught up on the series in our own way. So that being said, playing through 0, so 0 was a game that I did not ever complete. I got all the way to the lab, but I never finished it. So getting to actually play through it was a really fun experience, even if I found the 6-slot inventory system to be very annoying. And then I've already had plenty of experience with 1, 2, and 3, and I played the remakes for my lead up. And issues aside with Resident Evil 3 Remake and what I think could have been done differently, I did have a fun time going back and dealing with Nemesis' stupid ass.
Real.
And Mr. X, of course. Which, on a side note, it was very windy on the way to work today, and I had to do the Mr. X stomp, like, when he, like, kind of spreads his arms a little bit. You know the one I'm talking about, right? When he speeds up a little bit?
Oh, yeah, this town is windy as hell because all these damn mountains around us, so I get it.
So, yeah, like, I had a fun time going back through the Raccoon games and kind of coming back to it and, you know, reliving the Umbrella Terror. So, I had fun about that. How about you, Emblem?
About talking about, I mean, just about all the games or the one that you were talking about?
Just, like, going through the Resident Evil series as a whole in the several months that we had. How did you feel about it?
It was stressful, but at the same time, my God, it is one of those times where I just appreciate my freaking madness and actually taking up on such a crazy toll of a challenge where to play all these games. Because yeah, I mean, I never played 0, I never played 1, I never played the original 2 and 3, I never played 5 co-op, and I never played Village. So this was one of those games that just like kicked me into gear. Like, yo, you know what? Get these out of your damn backlogs or your wish list. Just get these games and play them. And yeah, it's been such a fun time. I understood so much more, so much more from like all the lore. Is it a bit wonky? Yeah, I mean, shoot. I mean, I don't think even Capcom knew that they had like such a long going series in their hands at the time. But wow, it was an awesome time. It was a great time, and I just loved it. I just loved going through these games, and it definitely helped, you know, enjoying all the movies as well.
Something to note as well is that you got kind of bummed that you couldn't finish 6 at first, and I was like, dude, you beat like 10 different games in 3 months. Have a little bit of slack for yourself.
And I do appreciate that because I was like, man, this guy's right. I did play too many damn games. Like, I
buddy,
think.
let's see here. Let's see. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Code Veronica. You played through 9 damn Resident Evil games, all before one game came out.
And I played Resident Evil 4 twice. One for the base playthrough, and I just wanted to show the pro playthrough for everyone else. So that was another crazy toll that I took upon myself. Oh shit.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's true. And I did 2 playthroughs for both 1 and 2, just so I could show both perspectives.
Exactly.
God damn.
Um, and of course, obviously, going back to these older games, you come to the experiences of the time. You know, the voice acting when video games were just starting to get actual people voicing their characters. And
Right.
of course, you know, tank controls, which the only reason these games had tank controls to begin with was because when the PlayStation came out, analog control was not a mainstream form of movement yet.
Which is
So
crazy.
tank controls were a way for them to get 3D movement out of a 8-dimensional control format.
Yeah, there's
Um,
a lot of technical things to think about. Like, I think it's also, you know what? Let's. I think we can talk about the technical stuff about the mechanics and such. I really appreciate, yeah, I appreciate the mechanics and the growth of the games with each entry as things went on. Like, I was thinking, like, wow, they did so much with the original one. Like, this is pretty cool. We got to two. I feel like, all right, the voice acting feels a little better, but but
the
then we also
graphics have
have,
improved significantly.
oh yeah, like, oh my god, you can actually see the faces a bit more better. And then we get three, which surprised the hell out of me. Well, like, you got the whole town of Raccoon City to explore, along with getting to include some parts of the Resident Evil 2 map of RPD
Yeah,
at least. And I'm just thinking, like, my God. And I'm like, to think about, all right, we're going from Resident Evil 3 to Code Veronica, and like that's when it's like, oh my God, like they are really like showing their stuff with the graphics, jump, and what some things they took from here and there. But even though Code Veronica, I still feel like was the worst in the whole backtracking zone because
absolutely. I do agree with you on that.
oh man, that one tested my patience by a lot, and I still feel so bad about how I voiced my frustrations during those gameplay videos, but still
Right,
got through
because
it
post
thankfully.
game you were able to like look back and kind of start to appreciate what they were doing with Code Veronica, even if there were issues involved.
Yeah, like I feel maybe they had like a bit more playtesting. Maybe they could have had a better way to implement some of the things they did with the pacing. Definitely with the pacing. And then we get to four, which that's oh my god, that's my fucking baby. Well, like fucking playing that for the first time as a kid growing up, and that was
I
my
don't
first.
know if I
Hmm?
I don't know if I ever told you about this, but my first so as a kid, or I say as a kid, when I was like 13 or 14, I first started playing Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I avoided 4 like the plague because I was like, well, it's different. I don't really like different that much. This was before I learned I'm probably autistic.
Right.
Um, but finally, I had it on. I think my brother had bought it on my dad's Steam account. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try it. I downloaded it. I started playing. I'm like, God damn it, I like this. And cut to a couple weeks after that, and it was the first Resident Evil game I ever got all the achievements on.
Yeah. I that was my first one that I got all the achievements for as well. Like at least on Xbox, PlayStation that's yet to be seen because I still gotta go to the shooting gallery. But go on.
Um, and 5, I'd never played before playing it with you, which was a. Okay, I played the chapter 2, but I never beat it before playing with you.
Oh, okay, I
Um,
see. Yeah, to a certain point, right? I think that's what you said
yeah, I
last
only
time.
played.
Uh
I only
huh.
played up to like chapter 2, 2.
Two two.
2, 2.
Yeah. What a freaking experience that was. Again, that I'm so happy we had the experience together. Especially with
Listen,
what's up.
don't. I was about to say, don't you dare bring up what I think you're about to bring up.
I was not. I was thinking about it, but I was definitely not.
Yeah, you sound like you're being dishonest right now. If I'm being completely honest,
There's a lot of honesty going on. This is wild.
there's a lot of honesty going on. If I'm being honest.
All right, but for real though, uh,
Okay, we better stop being annoying with the honest thing.
for sure. But again, five. That was a cool co-op experience, and I think like Capcom really had the cool idea with it. Honestly, dang it, now I got 7. But anyways, though, am I sad that Sheva is probably never gonna come back? Yeah, of course, unless the remake's real. But Other than that, yeah, what else were you gonna say?
Um, I don't know.
Oh,
Look, man, I got two brain cells to rub together, and sometimes they like to cycle through thoughts, man. And then if I lose that thought, it's gone forever.
that is real. That is very real of you. I know, like with me, like I think the last thing I was talking about was just about the little mechanical differences I noticed with each entry. Yeah, because with five, again, the co-op and the co-op thing, geez, wow, freaking revelation to go through. And then six, that was when they got pretty crazy with. I'm just gonna say this, folks. Like, as much as people dunk on Resident Evil 6, I love the game, but at the same time, I know that it's definitely not the greatest Resident Evil entry. And but damn, like they definitely took on some crazy feats with the whole mobile campaigns in one game sort of deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that and also like sort of breaking some of their own lore with the whole BOW thing. That's when, again, that's also like, oh my god, how this no longer makes sense. But then again, it is Resident Evil. We can't forget this is the series that gave us the golden line. Jill, you're almost a Jill sandwich. So you know, sometimes
I
you
guess you could say
can't.
they got to the root of that problem.
Oh my gosh, I hope people actually understand references right now.
Ah.
So with six, yeah, what else do I want to say? It was just very cool to like have different protagonists come in, especially to like give an update on like how this is Sherry. She decided to join. I was like, oh shoot, that's pretty cool. We got Wesker's son coming in. It's just crazy stuff, like crazy again, crazy revelations to like see pop up and such. Um, then of course we got the Revelations games where what's it called? They fill in the gaps, of course. You got the animated movies that also fill in gaps between movies, which I will say I appreciate them so much more. Like now with the second time go around and watching them,
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about the animated movies, not the Mila Jovovich movies. Everyone,
What movies? What are you talking about? What live action movies?
exactly. I felt that. But then you
I,
have, I'll go on.
I feel like the viewers should know that, by God, we hopped into this like right after I got home from work. So if I say some wild shit, don't be alarmed.
Got ya. I think we should. I think that's enough talk about the Resident Evil marathon and entries. I know we're not trying to do an introspective of like the whole series right now. I think we need to get to the main meat of what we are all here for, and that is supposed to be Resident Evil 9.
Nine.
9. That was pretty cool.
Nine.
All right. So, Resident Evil 9. What is this about? Well, folks, let me tell you. We're back to survival horror, but this time we have two protagonists. Grace, the newcomer, but is the descendant. A descendant. Yeah,
Daughter.
I know. I just like, why am I being so old century sounding?
Daughter.
But yeah, the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft, who is from the Outbreak games, correct?
Outbreak File 1, I believe she was in, yes.
All right, cool. So, which is kind of crazy to like an offspring, another offspring character of a previous protagonist. Pretty cool.
Also, a small fun fact as a callback to one of her abilities in the Outbreak games was, I believe, I'm probably going to fact check this post stream, but I believe one of Alyssa's like special abilities, because each character you played as in the Outbreak files had a special ability
Yeah.
or whatever. I believe hers was she always had a lockpick on her.
Yes, you're right.
And one of the callbacks to that is that Grace finds and is able to use lockpicks throughout the game.
and she even got the trophy or achievement, like mother, like daughter. So that solidifies that even more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, a spoiler free synopsis of 9, just real quick, would probably. Honestly, if we want, I could just read the little bio from my videos about it.
yeah, go for it. Feel free.
Because I feel like if you want to chip in about this, I'm pretty sure I made that pretty spoiler free.
Okay, I believe you.
As in, I think I only mentioned stuff that was in the trailers. Let me just turn down the volume on my phone so it doesn't bleed into the video.
All right.
28 years after the Raccoon City incident, and 5 people have already died because of a mysterious illness. Grace Ashcroft of FBI is sent to investigate. But I don't think she could ever have prepared for what's in store for her now. And who exactly is this mysterious masked fellow? We'll learn as we go, and maybe, just maybe, they can put the terror to bed once and for all.
Nice.
Basically, Grace is a normal person, albeit much social anxiety, and she gets thrown into a world of terror, so.
And boy, her gameplay sure is interesting to deal with. Though I'm still
Something,
sad. I'll go on.
something to note as well is that, as you mentioned, you have 2 protagonists. Grace Ashcroft is one of them. Obviously, the other one, who was shown in the trailers, is our good old boy, Leon Kennedy.
Yes, and he
And
is.
he plays exactly like he does in Resident Evil 4 Remake. So you have a mix of action and survival horror that has never really been done before in the series, at least not the way that 9 handled it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, that's true.
I I don't know how it was for you, but for me personally when I played it, I always felt like I had just enough ammo and resources as Grace to get through, but not enough for me to feel comfortable.
For me personally, well, let's just. I'll just be
Oh,
quite
I
honest about
feel
it.
like we should also
Oh,
specify as well. I did play on on the standard classic, which is the hardest difficulty offered on a new game. So the circumstances were probably a little bit different.
very true. Because I did shows like the same difficulty, but without about modern. So that's where I
Yeah.
did it differently. I just realized, oh my god, with the way I was playing, I should have chose the old school way. Because yeah, I was like saving like very sparsely. Like to the point where I was like, oh man, like I made so much progress while even dying. Hell yeah. And I'm just like, damn, I should have chose the other way. But
Boy, I died in the first 2 hours. You died in the first 4 hours.
yeah, it's so crazy. And with the way I played, yeah, for you, I know like what you said, like you feel like you don't have enough. For me, I feel like I used up all the resources I could as Grace to the point where when it was Leon's turn to go through the building, it felt almost empty until for like the one room or two that he has to that only he can open up. I'm just thinking like, damn, I really cleaned this damn place out as Grace.
Yeah, and so Grace plays like Ethan does in Resident Evil 7 specifically. And with that comes its own set of problems. For example, very limited inventory space to start. You do get hip pouches, much like Resident Evil 2 and 3, um, but they are much sparser and spread out throughout the game. So a lot of times you like I don't know if it was like this for Alejandro, but for me I would often be like, oh, I don't have space for this, I'm gonna have to come back for this later. And if I forgot, and let's say it was ammo, all of a sudden later I'm like, oh man, I could have used that ammo now if only I'd been better about my inventory.
Right.
um and like the mechanic for crafting I think was really cool and a different way of doing it compared to the chem fluid of Resident Evil 7 and 8.
It was definitely different. I was just thinking like, wait, how does Wait, what was it? A piece of scrap and some blood. All of a sudden, you're like, all right, got bullets now. I was like, wait a
Got
minute.
handgun bullets now.
Like, I don't think that's supposed to be possible.
like Grace going through the building in absolute terror, zombies chasing her. She finds a puddle of blood and a piece of metal. She goes, "I can work with this."
I was like, at this point, that's not even like, like again, I know it's Capcom. I know it's not supposed to be realistic Resident Evil stuff, but at the same time, I'm just over here thinking like, at this point, she's a freaking alchemist or some shit like that. That shit does
There's
not
no
make
way you're making
sense.
bullets out of blood and metal. It's just not.
No matter how magical that blood is, it makes no sense. I love it.
Like, oh, absolutely. I had a blast doing the crafting. I thought it was fun.
Hell yeah. But again, how the hell do you get a piece of scrap and
And if
and
it's
some
a
blood?
more rare type, and if it's a rarer type of metal, by God, you can make some magna bullets, buddy.
Yeah, so I'm just like, God damn, alchemy shit to the max. It's insane. Oh man. I mean, also let's not forget Grace continues the good old tradition of taking steroids and such.
Absolutely. She brought this game does bring back the steroids and stabilizers from Resident Evil 7. The only difference is you can only find one of each of those, and you find three empty injectors, which you then have to fill with either the steroid or the stabilizer, and you have to decide which one you want more. Do you want more health, or do you want a more stable fire rate and what was it, slightly increased firepower?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
It was two things the stabilizers do. I just can't quite remember what the second one was.
Yeah, I know it's just either well, other than like steroids improving health, but also just the fact that your aim gets better. Or maybe reload faster as well?
I think reloads. I know in 7 at least reload speed was increased.
Yeah, definitely. That's for sure. Though, again, it's interestingly enough, if you're like a newcomer here, don't worry, we're still safe in this spoiler-free zone. But later on, we will get into spoilers. But
And
let's
we
not.
will do a section basically saying, "Hey, if you haven't played it yet and you don't want to be spoiled, leave now."
Yes, but yeah, like, but for Leon, he will not. I don't think he will get any chances whatsoever to use. Yeah, I don't think he gets any chances to use his steroids, right?
No, he doesn't get health upgrades because if you look at his health bar, it's already technically completely at the max.
Got it. Okay.
The only problem is sometimes he feels like he's made out of paper.
Oh, the way he takes more, he takes damage a bit more easily, though, huh?
I noticed that. It's like um sometimes in my playthrough I got a little irritated because I would heal and then immediately I'd be back down to like half health.
Okay, dude. Okay, I was wondering the same thing because at there's points where I was just thinking, damn, is Leon just like, is his old age catching up to him? Because my God, he's taking these tits harder than he usually would, and like with Grace, I'm like, damn, am I just really that good with the stealth sections? But at the same time, I'm wondering because like you're fighting hordes and hordes of zombies than Grace would. Leon is unfortunately taking so much more damage, and it feels like you're constantly healing him to the point where it's just making you wonder, like, okay, what's the point of collecting all these healing items if it can't even last like more than minutes, you know?
One thing as well is that something to note is that, for example, if you're having trouble in a section as Grace, you can avoid the zombies, and those zombies will still be there when you play as Leon, so he can more easily take them out.
True.
Because the thing is, he does take more damage, but at the same time, his weapons do far more damage than Grace's does.
Especially when you can upgrade them later on.
Oh my God! Yes, yes, yes.
And let's not forget this. I believe it's new for this game. Is that we got charms? At least to me, because I did not play the remake, so I don't know if charms were a part of the Resident Evil experience at this
Well,
point.
for one, charms were a thing in 8.
Really? Damn, did I missed out, or am I just like not thinking about it that much?
Okay. In your defense, I'm pretty sure at least one of the charms is a pre-order bonus. So you would probably have to
Bruh.
buy the charms.
Okay, then yeah, that'll do it. That'll make me not know whatsoever about the damn charm.
The only problem is I don't remember if they actually did anything. I think they might have just been visual things.
Oh, brother. What a thing to buy. Man, well, these
But
charms, goddamn.
these charms, they might increase precision, they might increase damage. For example, there's a charm for the sniper rifle that increases damage, but only if you're not scoped.
That's true, which is strange,
Which is a
but
strange one, yeah.
yeah, I was like, I don't
Because it's
like
like the
this one.
whole reason you use a sniper rifle is to snipe.
Yeah. And if I
Uh,
remember correctly, this one, the zoom, I'm very picky about how I zoom, and whenever it comes to sniping sections, like I made
mhm.
that weird little, I guess, lore piece about myself while playing Resident Evil 9. But I love when it's like true zooming when you can actually scroll the distance, not when you click
Yeah.
it.
I will say, I believe I even called you out when I got to the first sniper rifle section. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have a field day with this one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Um, um, it's just like, yeah, like returning items from previous games is also cool to see, like
The Matilda.
the Matilda, of course.
Yeah, people love it, but to me, I'm not a big fan of the three shooter. But you know what? I'm glad that it's still something that keeps coming back up for the series. Like, hey, you know what? Fuck it, why not? It's part of the series. Part of the series.
Honestly, the multi shooter thing wasn't that bad in the original two, but it was absolute trash in remake.
Oh, really? Okay.
Cause like,
Bless you.
Jesus,
Wow,
oh my God,
that sounds
I'm sorry.
painful.
I have old man sneezes.
Ooh, damn, that hurts.
No, they
Nope.
don't hurt. Surprisingly enough,
Really? Damn.
and they're just very loud. Cause like you gotta think in the classic games, like where you shoot didn't matter as long as you shot the body, you did the same amount of damage to a zombie.
Right.
And in the remake, especially 2 and 3 remake, where you hit matters a hell of a lot more than it did before.
That is
For
true.
example, a zombie will have a greater chance of being stunned if you shoot him in the head or the leg as opposed to like the torso.
Right.
So that and like for those that don't know, in the remakes and like 7 and 8 I think, and obviously 9, handguns will only do their maximum damage if you wait for the little reticle to zoom in. The problem is, it doesn't zoom in if you use the burst fire, so it's completely useless.
Yeah. It's like trading one thing for another. Kind of like how a charm for a machine gun. Oh yeah, you do more damage, but you're gonna have a lot more swing going on.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of that?
Right.
Something I really liked as well, since we're on the topic of the stuff we liked about 9.
Yeah. Good transitions, honestly.
Excuse me, Jesus.
Oh,
I do really think that they kind of fixed some of the pacing issues that were in, especially like Resident Evil 3 Remake. Because, like, throughout 9, I didn't really feel like things were moving too fast or too slow. If that makes sense.
no, I feel it. I feel like all right, like you have plenty of time to like do all the sneaking around and all that. Like, oh, now we got an action segment. The action segments don't overstay their welcome. Like, if you're worried about like the whole Resident Evil 6 experience, but
Like, for example, you won't be stuck in a Leon action section for 30 minutes.
thank God no. Unless you're playing a hard difficulty, then shit, good luck.
Yeah, about that. There was some late game stuff that I got very stuck on for a while. And ultimately, I didn't like blame the game. I didn't blame the game. It was my own fault for not understanding what to do in certain areas.
And that is understandable. It could happen, unfortunately. Like sometimes you could just get stuck on something until like once the problem actually is uh
Presents
what's it
us
called?
like
So
presented solution.
yeah, yeah, there you go. Like present a solution, then you're gonna be like thinking, oh my god, I spent so long on this damn part. But
The
at
thing
least
is, for me, I don't know about you, but for me, when I play a game for the first time, I don't want to look up anything about it. I don't want to look up guides or anything. I want to figure it out on my own.
for sure.
So, like, yeah, it might take me longer to get through it, but I'm going to feel more satisfied knowing I figured it out myself versus if I get frustrated and say, oh, I'm not doing this, and I just look it up.
Right. Older game, yeah, shit. God
And
damn.
to be fair, you had a freaking walking dictionary for these puzzles. That was me.
That's true. Which I do appreciate very much because it definitely helped cut out the fat of
Especially
me
Code
just walking
Veronica
around.
puzzles.
Huh?
Especially the Code Veronica puzzles.
Dude, goddamn. Like that really killed the pacing for me. I feel like I pick up a new puzzle piece. I'm like, all right, now I gotta move on. And then new puzzles props up. I'm like, God damn it, what do I do now? And then now it's like
I remember,
another
just
30
to kind of
minutes.
go off topic a little bit.
What's up?
I remember when you got the second blue shield, and you were like, okay, Zoomer, where do I put this? I said, you gotta go to the guillotine. You're like, you're joking with me. You're messing with me. I said, I'm not.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was so fun.
And here's the thing, I love Code Veronica, but goddamn, does the backtracking suck.
Yep. My God.
And,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, continue.
No. I mean, shoot. I mean, I cannot agree with you anymore. Like that, it did suck, and what's terrible is that it feels like it was like a never-ending problem, especially in the last section where you get a room where you got a constant spawning, I mean, a constantly respawning enemy that will poison you, and oh, do you? Yeah, you get the blue herbs in the same room, but it still doesn't fix the problem. Like it kills the pacing a lot, and it feels
Oh,
like a nuisance.
you're talking about the moths.
Oh, I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Okay, no offense. Like, if we're talking about 9, I understand that. But pretty much every single Resident Evil fan knows exactly what Code Veronica is.
Watch the first comment on the podcast later. The official podcast video will be like, "Oh, what's a Code Veronica?"
If we unironically get a comment like that, I am deleting myself from YouTube.
God damn.
I am too old for the content at this point. No, but I'm sorry. This is what you signed up for, inviting me onto this.
I thought I signed up for commentating.
Another thing I enjoyed about Resident Evil 9, spoiler free, of course, is the one thing Leon did not lose growing older was his sense of smartassery.
Dude, is it me or did he like up his corniness up to 11?
Hey, I'm sorry, I thought he upped it up to 22.
Okay, so we're on the same page. Yeah, that it. Oh my gosh, I was
And of
like,
course, we'll go over those really corny moments when we get to the spoiler included talking about the game.
yeah. Plus the negative spoiler talk as well.
Whoa!
What?
It sounded like the N-word.
Whoa! No. Negative. Come on, man.
Because you didn't get Tiv out the first time you tried to say it, so I just heard that. I was like, whoa!
No, man, no. God damn it. No.
Listen, not to go about racial politics or anything, but I've got a coworker, and you know him because he thought you were white.
Right? Okay.
When this dude first started, he tried to get me to say the N-word.
What the hell?
He was like, well, it doesn't bother us Mexicans because, we're in the same kind of minority as black people. I was like, I'm not fucking saying it!
That makes no... Okay, for me, that makes no fucking sense. Like that
doesn't make sense to me either.
Okay, I'm like, okay, I'm not on the same page, but like that... No, that just because we're both minorities does not make it better. What the fuck?
No,
That's how some people actually think?
Doesn't.
What the fuck? Okay, sorry, folks.
Look, these guys, very weird. Like, they're also
What do you
like,
mean these guys? I'm just kidding.
uh, him, his brother, and his mother all work with me.
Oh, snap.
And they constantly, when they first started, because first it was the guy who thought you were white and his mom. His brother joined later.
Ah, okay.
They were constantly trying to be like, oh, it's okay for you to call us, like, you know, like slurs, because, like, we don't mind. I was like, I don't care if you don't mind. I fucking mind.
Fair enough.
It's like, okay, just for context, listeners and viewers, I'm white as fuck, okay? I'm white as fuck, and I have problems with these slurs, okay? Like, I have massive problems with these derogatory terms, because they're fucking awful. I don't care if you don't have a problem with being called these words. I have a problem with the idea of someone calling you these words.
That's real. That's real of you. A
Okay,
real
because we
fucking
are
ally.
in a fuck... We are in... I am the whitest fuck ally. That's what I am.
I think of that meme. You all right, white boy? You all right?
That's me. That's me. And I even had fucking... First off, this is completely off topic. I apologize. We'll get back to
no worries.
in a second.
I'm hoping the returning viewers are kind of like, ah, yes, this is what I missed. The freaking side of talk.
So, several times at work, I have not only been given the pass, I have been accused of being black.
Huh?
Oh, this is a story for you, motherfucker. So first off, we're gonna go over how I got the pass. We once had this coworker. I'm not gonna say her name or whatever, because whatever. I haven't gone over the names of any of my coworkers. And she had a boyfriend who was mixed, who came to work with us. That neither of them work here anymore. And one day we were getting ready for an audit, because I work in a factory, so you know we have to have audits to make sure that we still comply with certain things to let us do our job. And me and this guy were tasked with cleaning. And he goes, you're a white boy. You can call me the N-word if you want. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? He was like, to me it's just a word. I don't care. Like, you can say it. I was like, no! I care! I care! I'm not saying it!
Oh my god,
and
that's shit.
Then we had this guy who would constantly talk to his girlfriend on the phone. Keep in mind, my work is very anal about phones. Rightfully so. We work with heavy machinery and shit that if it fell on us, we would die. So, really, we shouldn't really be on our phones much at all. And he's always talking to his fiance, which that's a whole fucking story. I'm gonna go over with you that off stream, because that is not something I want to discuss off stream. What's up?
Save it for Resident Evil 6 story.
Yeah. Okay, that works. And I was on a press with him, and he said something stupid. I went, shut the hell up. And all of a sudden, he like looked shocked. He goes, baby, you can't say that. And I was like, what? What did she say? And she goes, she thinks you're black. And I looked at my arm. I said, yeah, let me get back to her on that one.
Damn. So she was racist as hell.
Like, I literally looked at my arm, which, by the way, like I said, I'm white as fuck. I looked at my arm, I looked back at him, I said, listen, I'm gonna need to get back to you on that one. It's very... I've had several experiences like that where I'm just like, whoa! And I don't know why. I don't know... Oh! Same guy who told me I could call him the N-word, right? He thought I had black in me. He was like, you're mixed. You got black in you, don't you? I was like, if I'm mixed, it's not black.
Yeah, and like, then my fucking... Dude, you're Cajun, aren't you?
My...
They're gonna say that shit.
So, like, we've got supervisors, and then kind of just below them are cell leads, which are basically backup supervisors. And my cell lead, Jay, he likes to play the race card in a very interesting way, and a very hilarious way.
Oh boy.
So he is Mexican, right?
All right.
Oh, well, he's got Mexican in him, but he's a stereotypical American, right?
Right.
But he's like, one of his favorite arguments to use now is he took a DNA test. And he goes, if he's losing an argument, he goes, listen, you can't talk to that way to someone who's 4% black.
Oh, wow.
And the same dude who thought you were white, one of his favorite things to do is play the race card. Like if he starts losing a fight, he's like, oh, you're ganging up on me because I'm Mexican, huh?
Right.
And one time I played Minecraft with him and a couple other people who I no longer talk to. That's a whole other story that I don't feel comfortable going into, period.
All right.
And he started playing Minecraft with us. And we were like, I was like, okay, name. Do you want a white bread or a brown bread? He goes, oh, okay, you just offer me the brown bread because I'm Mexican, huh? I said, no, I'm offering you the brown or white bread because that's all the fucking shit we have. Now, what color bread do you want? Because brown. That's what I fucking thought. Like, don't pull the race card on me in Minecraft, motherfucker.
This has been a wild tangent.
Anyway, that is enough of my crazy work tangents for now. Maybe in the next podcast we do, I'll go over some more. But I get violent I get violently talkative at work. But anyways, let's get back to Resident Evil 9. Are we ready to talk about the shit we didn't like after like 20 minutes of me going over work shit?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, so one of the things I didn't like, and we will discuss. Question: do you remember if Mr. I'm Mr. Masked Man, the Masked Man I brought up in my bio for 9. And you know the guy with the thing on top of his head.
The main villain?
Yeah, do you know if his name was brought up in the trailers or not? Because if it wasn't, then I'm not going to bring it up to the spoiler review.
I cannot remember that. We're
going to assume it wasn't then.
Okay, yeah, if either that or just really bad discussing it, but the main villain, we'll just call him the main villain. Yeah, why not?
So the main villain, my problem with him is that he wasn't, like, I wish in 7 and 8 they had written his initials in a file somewhere. For example, in like the Not a Hero DLC where you play as Chris, you find out about the connections for the first time. Maybe they could have found like a text between Lucas and the connections, and the initials of this character are there. And then, for example, in Resident Evil 8, maybe because like I don't know if you knew this, but if you go back to certain areas later in the game, you can find laptops from the Wolfpack with talking about the current mission and shit.
Right.
I'm like, if they would have brought up his initials again and that they were tracking him and trying to find out more about him, I think it would have made his introductory as a villain better, because in 9, sadly, he shows up and then he's treated as a big thing and we know nothing about him.
Yeah, because they were saying like, oh, we've been tracking him for a while now and all that, but I was just thinking, he sort of came out of nowhere, not gonna lie.
Meanwhile, like I said, if they had like started using his initials in 7 and 8, we would have been like, oh!
Yeah. I see what you mean by there.
Like, the member berries could have hit hard with that one, but instead they kind of dropped the ball on it.
This is something I'm also going to talk about maybe a bit more freely and the spoiler the spoiler talk, but I really do hope they don't try to do rewrites in the remakes for the future games, because I'm just thinking like, that feels cheap when you did not plan that ahead. Like, you guys did not do well with introducing this new character. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy this final villain because he's so...
I enjoyed, yes.
Yeah, he's so goofy at times.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And in the spoiler included section, I will go over the first thing I said about him, because it was glorious.
All right.
But I would say another problem I had, and this might have been just my stupidity, but like there were some areas where like I genuinely it took me way longer than it should have to figure out what to do.
And what map?
Second half of game.
Okay, I think we know. I believe it's like a whole different section. Like once we're done with the first map, correct?
Like once we're done with
Escaping the
I'm talking
facility.
about the areas like yes, once we escape the facility.
Okay, now I know what we're talking about. Okay,
But before the last quarter of the game,
you
that
got
in
it.
between area,
You got.
it's not immediately apparent what you need to do in some areas. And again, that just might be my own issues, but it kind of detracted a little bit because at least early on, especially if I didn't do a whole lot, it bothered me because I felt like if I'm making a video, I want to make progress.
Yes. And
And there were some parts where I just didn't feel like I was making progress because of that.
you're completely right for feeling that way because even I had to tell one of my friends like, "Oh, have you found this part yet?" And he was like, "What the hell? I would have never thought about checking out this area." I was like, "Okay, yep, this okay." So it's a bit universal, like how we feel about this section. So how I personally feel is that I'm sorry to say this, but yeah, the area is not like you start recognizing little landmarks here and there, cool. But honestly, it all looks a bit the same. So it does not help to like give you a better idea like, oh, I should go here first, I should go here next. Like especially when it comes to like my problem with Kovanka, you find things later on when you try out new areas and then you gotta backtrack to previously closed off areas to you. But now that you got the
Mm-hmm.
thing, now it's better for you to actually now it's the perfect time for you to actually open that place up. Which,
And I actually fully understand what part in specific you're talking about.
yeah, because you got like, oh, I can open, I finally defeated, oh, I cleared out the zombies in here, but, ah, shit, the door's locked off, and then you're just thinking like, well, shoot, I can't do anything here. And then once you finally find the item that you need to unlock that area, you gotta do a whole trek around, because let's face it, it's a very big map. I, at first, I thought the idea was very cool, but the more I played, the more I realized yeah, I don't like the idea of open world Resident Evil. As much as like whatever news article or such try to make that lie. Yeah, no, I'm not one of those players that want um an open world Resident Evil game because not fun. It's not fun if you're gonna be exploring like that. Really hurts the pacing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can actually agree with that, to be honest. Because, like you said, the pacing, obviously, like. So I just want to clarify real quick. I have platinumed Resident Evil 9 already. I have played through the game several times. Um, and obviously now, like, those areas are no longer an issue for me. I know exactly what to do. But the fact is, if they had been more, how shall I put this diplomatically? Forgiving with the backtracking, especially, I feel like that area wouldn't have felt as much of a drag as it did the first time.
Yeah, like at least now you got like a better idea what you want to do and such.
And don't get me wrong, that area of the game visually stunning. Like it's a great looking game.
Yeah, it really is.
But the problem is it doesn't matter if it looks good if you don't want to if it feels like a slog to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, another PS5 game, Spider-Man 2 looks great and it's extremely fun to traverse around New York City, especially with some of the new additions that game brought.
But
But admittedly, the pacing in that story was a bit weird. Um,
yeah, yeah, I could agree with that.
Pretty much, the good news is like Resident Evil 9 didn't have that problem. It was fucked up from the start. um,
Well, what do you mean on that part? Because that was a bit vague.
you talk about like fucked up from the start.
Yeah, like what do you mean?
Well, like, okay, for example, Resident Evil 9 is a lot like the other remakes in the sense that there's not a very long, drawn out area of calm before you get into the terror.
Oh, okay, got ya.
Like, from the start of Resident Evil 9, I was uneasy the whole goddamn game.
Right.
Like, I need to, like, good God, if you ever get the chance, just sit through my playthrough of it and keep tally marks of how many times I say, I don't want to do this, or I don't trust this.
Okay, for sure.
Because, I'm gonna be honest, going into the first area when there wasn't even any enemies, I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. And what I meant by, like, it's fucked up from the start as well is, like, for example, in Spider-Man 2, for, like, half the game, it's relatively normal, and then the other half of the game is like, BAM! Chaos!
Right.
Where it's chaotic and terrorizing right from the start in Resident Evil 9. Another thing I didn't... you know what? We can go over this part in the spoiler part of it, because honestly, it is kind of a spoiler.
Okay, for sure.
Is there any other complaints you want to bring up?
Let's see. Honestly, I think it's good that I can't really think of any that much. But
No
then
kidding.
again, there is the spoiler section that I think I mentioned to you
I
before.
think a lot of our complaints are going to come out in the spoiler included section.
Yeah, I think so. So I think it's just kind of like a bit more of the story, or like, okay, like what are we doing here? Like, why is this the thing that's happening? Yeah, I don't think I really have much. The
problem is we have things to complain about, but we can't complain about them without spoiling.
Yeah, so god damn it, guys. Resident Evil 9 is great.
Well, the good thing is, if I'm looking at our our topic chart here, I believe what's next is the spoiler territory.
Yes. So
Emblem, I'll let you take it away.
All right. Folks, if you do not want to continue listening / watch this part because, spoilers, feel free to leave. And then if you play the game or watch the playthrough, feel free to come back. Yeah, feel free to come back and finish listening / watching. But if so, thank you.
So with that being said, with that being said, Emblem's going to do his little outro before... Like to those people that are leaving, and then I'm going to do a countdown, and then we're going to go into the spoilers.
Yes. All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. At least the non-spoiler viewers right now. Thank you for watching. It's much appreciated for your support, for actually giving us a chance to talk to you again. But this time,
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
What do you mean?
You were stuttering again.
Oh. Bro, I mean, yeah. Careful, man. Some people are going to think, why are you bullying him?
Oh, okay. No. Hold on. What some people think of as bullying, we consider playful banter. Okay, if it was bullying, you wouldn't be giggling. You wouldn't be giggling like a chuckle fuck every 5 seconds. So
true, but people are going to be new to you because... I'll be quite honest. I don't think.
Right, they know you and they know me. No, okay, so just to clarify, I am good friends with Emblem. This is all in good fun. If I say something that hurts his feelings or whatever, he knows he could say, "Yo, look, dude, I didn't appreciate that," and I'll be like, "Okay, fuck, dude, my bad. I won't make jokes like that."
True. Again, people, it's all good. I mean, because I know you all are most likely used to Nathan and Mason, my other co.
Sounds like a bunch of chuckle fucks.
Yeah, but they're my chuckle fucks until they come back.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day you'll get to talk to them. But yeah, all right, folks. Thank you for coming by. I'll leave in the description, of course. I guess my links and Professor Zoomer's links because it's gonna be a bit complicated. Thinking like, do I need to put my gaming thing? But well, I'll think about that later on. All right, bye bye everyone. 3,
All right.
2.
In 5, 4,
What?
3. Shit.
I was already doing the countdown.
Let's do it from 5. We gotta do it together.
All right.
Okay. 5,
4,
4,
3,
2, 1.
Oh my God, Leon died.
I got that ending first.
You did? Dude.
I did. I got that ending first, and then it literally was like, yo, when it got back to the title screen, it was like, hey, do you want to like go back and try again? We won't give you shit for it.
Dude.
So I started getting really bummed out. Then I was like, oh my God, I can go back. Fuck you.
I was like, oh shit, you gotta go back, motherfucker.
Listen, I did not pick up on context clues, okay? I was
Really?
focused on how pretty that game looked.
Oh man.
So, first off, main villain's name, Victor Gideon. So, really what we were trying to say, that better not have been Logan fucking Paul that I saw.
It was, unfortunately. I hate that. Again, for the audio people,
anyways.
we have a wrestling game playing in the background, so yeah.
Anyways, the main villain's name is Victor Gideon. So what I was implying earlier was it would have been cool if 7 and 8 would have shown someone in contact with the connections by the initials of VG. So it could be like Victor Gideon. Oh my God, this might be VG.
Yeah.
But instead, it's like, hi, I'm here. You don't know anything about me, but I'm here.
That I definitely agree with. Because, again, you can't be saying stuff like, oh, we've been tracking it for quite a while now. I was like, well, that's not going to do anything for me right now. Like, I'm new to this guy completely.
So obviously going back, or like seeing Leon again is great. Seeing Sherry again, even better. And going back to Raccoon City, like, it was a great time, but unfortunately, we discussed this in the dislike part of it. It was a slog to go through Raccoon City's outskirt.
True. And as much as I hate to say it, yeah, at first I thought like, oh, we get to go to Raccoon City. And I'm just thinking like, oh, right. I mean, unless this is like Fallout or such, it's not very fun to go to a post wasteland sort of thing.
Here's the problem. They keep backtracking on what bomb it was. So obviously originally
oh
it
my
was a
God,
nuclear
yes,
bomb.
that also bugs me.
So like originally, guys, it was a nuclear bomb, so it wiped everything out. Then for the remakes, they changed it to a thermobaric bomb, so they could excuse why the buildings are still intact in 9. But then we find out that the fucking bomb didn't even kill the zombies, so what kind of fucking bomb was it?
This is where I'm thinking like, all right, this is where they fucked themselves over with the stupid writing. I mean, the rewriting, and like, oh, we gotta clear things up for the remake. And I was just like, why? That's stupid. Like, can you at least stick with your original timeline, so that way, it can be clean still for anyone to like not get frustrated like us right now. Like, all right, so zombies are still around because motherfuckers are coming out of cement. Like, it's whatever. And now we got a big ass spider that's somehow still around. Like. Why?
Oh my God. Going in there, my dumbass was like, huh, I wonder what makes webs this big. Fucking spider!
I hope they don't make an arachnophobia mode for people. I really hope not. I'm sorry. I know that's probably messed up saying like, oh, like you're supposed to be very accepting of people with those phobias and such. Like, I'm sorry, but I could clearly see commenters that do have arachnophobia still having the goal to say, you know what? This is a hard thing. I'm going to overcome my fear and fight those things. So you know what? Props to you. Because...
Here's the thing. I don't like spiders, so I hated that section.
Yeah. But you got fucking through it. You did that shit.
Oh, I got through it first time. Shit. Oh my God. Fucking... When you're running away from fucking Black Tiger 2.0... and you like go up to where you gotta slash the web and then the first spider pops out.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, it had a baby. I kill it. And then I move forward and there's more. I was like, oh, it had a lot of babies. Fuck.
Dude, trying to fight those things with the axe so I could save bullets was not fun. I hated that section so much.
And
And
like,
not for the fear factor. It was just the annoyance with the smaller spiders.
honestly, I just run past the smallest spiders. I don't even bother because you
Real.
can't even hurt the big spider anyway until you get to that big area, so it doesn't even matter.
Uh-huh.
Um, and, like the whole unfortunately, and I hate to say this, unfortunately, the Raccoon City area really only shines once you're in RPD.
Yes, I feel like they missed opportunities on honestly with going to some more like the iconic levels at least. Like we could remember
Here's the
from 2 and
thing.
3. Okay, go on.
Here's the thing. Like, the Raccoon City area is the video game equivalent of, and I think you're going to agree with me on this, that's where they spent all the budget. Because,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and it's
Okay,
like,
go on.
the fucked up part is that, unfortunately, if it was less of a slog and there were, like, areas that were immediately recognizable from, like, 3 remake specifically, that would be great. Like, I recognize the subway area because you go to the other end of the subway that you can't get to in 3 make.
Oh, I think we got a new complaint. Or at least something that
Something
the
to bitch
pre
about. Let's go. Let's hear it.
the appreciation for the 2 and 3 remake, it's not gonna be felt by me, someone who went through the original two and
Now,
three.
here's the thing. I do
Go on.
not appreciate 3 make very much.
Fuck no. Hell no.
Like,
I seen this playthrough,
please,
folks. That's why I'm saying that.
please don't take this as me, like, glazing 3 make, because unfortunately, or rather not unfortunately, fortunately, I was one of the lucky individuals who played the original 3 well before I played 3 make. So, like Emblem here, I got to see all the stuff they got rid of, and at the end of it all, ultimately, and it sucks for me to say this, but this is exactly how I've described it to Emblem here since he started watching me play it. Is they basically turned 3 into a DLC for 2 that you pay full price for.
It's just fucking sad. Seriously.
It's sad because okay, here's the thing, right?
No clock tower. Let's get that out of the way,
No
cause
clock town.
goddamn,
And
that was a great level.
for context, my very first time playing Resident Evil 2 Remake, it took me about 6 hours to get to the sewer section. Um, in Resident Evil 3, it took me 4 hours to beat the game with no guide.
Golly, damn.
That is ridiculous, okay? When. And it completely took away the ammo conservation aspect of 2-make.
Yeah, I noticed that was a very big change up. Even
Like,
damn, like in the 3 original.
unfortunately, 3-make leaned too much into the action compared to the original 3.
True.
Because, like, obviously 3 had action, but it didn't overtake the game. You were completely fucking terrified of where Nemesis might show up in the original game.
And the crazy ass mutated beast they had, like those things were fucking weird. I was like, what the hell is that? And why
Like,
is it running like that?
one of the most egregious things, unfortunately, about 3-make is that they basically reskinned Mr. X and made Nemesis. That's it. They took away everything that made Nemesis Nemesis.
So true. So painfully true.
So, like, I played through 3-make simply because I played through 2-make. I might as well just play through 3-make for my prelude to Requiem. Plus, ultimately, it worked out because obviously 9 follows the remake timeline and layout. But we have a bad habit of trailing off away from 9, don't we?
We do, but that's the thing about 9, though. It's supposed to be a build up from the Raccoon City sections of the timeline of Resident Evil. So I think it's understandable. But yeah, that's something that's again, like I said, I don't appreciate how much Resident Evil 9 is so focused on the timeline of the remakes when I'm sorry, but I don't recognize them yet as like, oh, the new timeline that I should be focusing on. Like this is now canon, blah blah blah.
Here's the
Because
thing. Something to
well, I'm not done
understand
yet.
is. Oh, sorry, my bad.
It's okay. This is something to get used to. Like we do gotta like give our parts, but I don't. I feel like yeah, I get it. You feel like the originals were like messy, blah blah blah, whatever. But like, no, the fuck, they're not. I was able to completely follow them easily until y'all started making the remakes be the new thing to work. I'm just saying this, Capcom in general,
Right,
but
right.
I don't. It's just so weird to me to now make the remakes be the new timeline when you're not even done with the original timeline. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know that sounds like, oh, they'll never be done with it. All right, cool. Then let them complete that original timeline, but let the remake timeline be its own thing. Keep the shit separate. I mean, shit, for all I know, you could do a Resident Evil 9 remake way down in 2035. I don't give a shit. Like, keep it away.
Can I make a very taste? Can I make a very bad joke real quick?
Go for it.
Keep the OG's names out your fucking mouth.
Stop desecrating them.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. Classic.
Classic.
Oh man, well, weird time that was. But oh, man, we didn't know how much weirder it's gonna get.
Like what I was gonna say was, even Capcom themselves have stated before, both the originals and the remakes are still canon.
Then why did make it
So
interconnected?
it's so it just depends on what you take as canon. Unfortunately, it appears they're taking the remakes as canon.
Yeah, that's.
Because like even two remake has its issues. For example, it completely butchered the zapping system.
Oh my God, yeah, that was the worst. I'm sorry, but like I was thinking like, oh, they're gonna improve it. Nope, nope. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, that's like the most minor stuff they even did with the zap system. And that it just
Like,
makes the timeline even messier.
well, that's also something to note. Is originally two remake wasn't even gonna have the zapping system.
What?
Yeah, it was originally just gonna be you play as Leon or Claire, and that's it. But last minute, like game testers were like, "Why doesn't this have both scenarios like the original?" And they're like, "Okay, fine, whatever, we'll put it in." So they rushed it in before release, and that's why the zapping system is completely shot in remake.
I'm holding my head right now, folks. I'm holding my head.
I can feel it all the
Fucking
way in
Capcom.
Kentucky.
Is it like the new people in Capcom or like what is going on? Like, why do they hate the original so much? God
Remake
damn.
culture, man. Remake culture.
Fuck, man. It's so annoying.
Oh, and obviously, let's go back to 9 now.
Yeah, let's do
Let's actually
that.
go to the topic of the video. Um, Leon's sassiness, something I loved. Like, for example, his second section, once he's in the care center, and the zombies start rolling in. He sees a zombie with a chainsaw, a doctor specifically, and his immediate response is, I think I'm going to need a second opinion.
That was pretty awesome.
And, like, Victor Gideon has him tied to a chair, borderline assaulting him. And he's like, "You're here to investigate, right? So investigate." Starts talking to him, and Leon just goes, "Actually, I do got a question. When was the last time you brushed your teeth?"
It's the most
Like,
smart ass guy ever.
oh, and of course, we can't forget one of the best ones, which I completely forgot to mention, was during his first segment, where Sherry's like, "Leon, stay out of trouble," or whatever. He's like, "What? Me? Wait." She was like, "Don't do anything stupid" or something like that. And he goes, "What? Me? Never."
Never.
Something that I really enjoyed about Leon's character, though, was the instant, like, protectiveness he got over Grace, knowing that she's been thrust into a situation he knows all too well.
Right.
And, like, to the point that he does pretty much everything he can to try to console her. Like, in his mind, he's completely willing to give up his strongest weapon to her if it means that she has a better chance of making it through this.
That's true, but the one bullet of Requiem, I'm like, oh, well, shit. Do I use it on myself? No, just kidding.
I personally use it on the singing bitch in the bar and lounge.
Right.
If I don't do an infinite ammo run now, that's where I'll use that first bullet.
Got ya.
Because if you got, for those who have played, the singing ladies are obviously very annoying to deal with if you don't have bullets to kill them.
Or an injector. Yeah.
Because once they scream or shriek or whatever, you can't run until the effect wears off. Also, I really loved the blister heads because they were very obviously a callback to Crimson Heads from Remake.
Yeah, I clocked that one at least. I was like, oh, okay, I know what they're doing with this one.
Which, for those who don't know, Crimson Heads were in the first Resident Evil remake, and they were basically, if a zombie is rendered immobile but not dead for an extended period of time, their cells begin to mutate, and my headcanon is it's kind of the first stage towards becoming a licker.
Yeah.
Because they get claws, sharp teeth, they become more agile. They were able to, like, speed walk again. And they obviously are stronger. That's kind of the same process of blister heads, because if you don't use a hemolytic injector on a zombie and you leave them alone for too long, what will happen is they will become blister heads. And then they're a pain in the ass. You pretty much have to avoid them and wait until a Leon section to take them out. Because it's without Requiem ammo, it's just not worth fighting them as Grace.
Hell no. And even then, that's a way too much of a risk at that point.
I think, like, I don't remember if I reloaded the save or not, but during my playthrough, I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to kill one of these bastards. That was not fun.
Yeah, that sounded like the same thought process I had when it came to time to face the chef, because I was like, all right, I'm done with this fucker. Fucking one
Believe it or
mag.
not, my first playthrough, I killed him as Leon. But every subsequent playthrough, I was like, you know what? I'll just use the injector on him.
Nice. And the casual playthrough, just one Requiem shot. I was like, oh, wow, what a difference.
Right. And, like, I loved Xeno. It's very obvious he's a Wesker clone, but I hate that canonically he dies like a bitch.
Yeah, yeah, I'll admit that. Like, for that story point, I feel like they had potential, but the fact that we didn't even really get to face him ourselves was sort of like a weird. What? It was I'll just say it right here. It was just a strange choice.
Yeah, because he was hyped up since leaving the underground area. He was hyped up as the super important dude in the connections, who's very clearly the clone of Wesker.
Yeah.
And being perceived as this big threat. We never fight him, and then once we finally get to the end of the game and Leon's in a position where he can fight again, all of a sudden he's killed. He's just unceremoniously decapitated by Victor.
Yeah. Very fast, and that's because he got cured because of Ignis? What the hell was the damn name?
Elpis.
Elpis, my bad. Damn.
Which I did call that, by the way, before the game came out. I was like, Elpis is probably a cure-all, and Victor wants it for nefarious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Real quick, gonna just very quickly go over my complaint that I said I probably should wait to bring up until spoiler.
Okay.
Grace never got infected by that bite, and they never really touched on it, except for one file where Victor noted she hadn't shown signs of infection.
That was strange. Like, other
like,
than the notes,
at first we were
that
like,
was it.
At first we were like, oh, she's special. Of course she's not infected. But then we find out at the end she's just a normal girl, and it's like, okay, why didn't the bite infect her?
Okay, right? Because I was just thinking, wait, she's normal? I thought she was a clone. I thought she was some kind of experiment, but no. It was like, oh no, it's none of that.
Spencer even admits, like, nope, she's perfectly normal.
So that's when it's kind of like, so what the fuck? Like, how do you explain everything else that just happened? Because I don't
What
know.
the fuck is Juan Cena? Sorry, I have to go off track here for a second. Was that him during an experimental time in the WWE? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Anyways, continue. I'm so sorry for interrupting.
Did you interrupt yourself, or was it me talking?
I don't remember.
You're talking about Gideon. We're talking about Grace like being actually normal instead of a clone.
Yeah, because Spencer, like, Alyssa starts to ask if he's like if she's an experiment or anything, and he goes, "Just a normal girl."
Yeah, that was like the weirdest twist ever. I was like, the fuck you mean she's normal? Like, then why are you guys going so crazy about her this whole time?
Also, so kind of going back to like one of the things I liked was that throughout the game, Leon's incredibly protective of Grace, like obviously giving her the requiem, and then like in the chapel when Emily is wounded, it's his first thought is he's like, okay, get her underground, get her someplace safe. I'll take care of these fuckers.
Yeah,
And then even as far as like the very last cutscene before in the release Alpus ending, but like as Zeno's cured and he starts like making a threatening approach towards Grace, this dude is like minutes away from death and he still finds the strength to run up and tackle him away from Grace, which I
right.
thought was really fucking sweet and like kind of it's really sweet to see that even when he's not really got much left to give, he's still willing to protect her.
True.
I admittedly, I also really loved the scene where she finds him up against the door and he's like, "Oh hey, I was just resting my eyes."
Dude,
It's like every dad has played that excuse at least once.
yeah, definitely. I felt so bad. I was like so scared. I was like, I don't want to lose him. I don't want to fucking lose
Oh
Leon.
man, you didn't see the death ending, did you?
No, that was not my first ending because thanks to you guys, I was able to
Did you
choose a good
actually
ending.
go back and see it though?
Yes, and I was very fucking shocked that they just fucking shoot his head clean off. I was like, oh my god.
God, it made me so sad when he just looks up and he's like, "At least I could save you."
Yes, I was like, I see that this is the way to end one of his arcs, but my god, this is the worst fucking way to do it. Or at least the most tragic
Um,
way to do it. The tragic.
right. Um, that being said, it was extremely badass in the release Elpis ending, where he's getting ready to fight Gideon and he just says, "Time to bury Umbrella's last skeleton."
Yeah. And I was just thinking to myself, you know what? I like thinking back, like I think I would have released Elpis even without people's suggestions, because I was thinking to myself, you
Yes.
know what? I read the notes, like the more they kept talking about everything, the more I realized like Elpis sounds like a cure for everything and not something to destroy, especially when Grace herself was like, wait, let's not destroy it. I have an idea. I was like, all right, Grace, I trust your judgment, because it's not like I can believe I'm not gonna do everything that Leon says as much as I'm a fanboy.
Like, yeah, even he's like, "Okay, I trust you. I trust you."
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so the turnaround is to release it, because the way even like Leon was like, all right, shit, you're right, let's do this thing.
Although when you do release it, he's like, "What are you doing?"
Fucking inconsistency.
Um. Also, I suppose we should go over the big leather-bound elephant in the room. Mr. X coming back.
Yeah, I was confused. Like, why is everyone
It
saying that
is a
this is Mr.
different
X?
Mr. X.
Okay, then God, I was just thinking like, why does everyone keep calling him Mr. X? It's not even Mr. X. It's just another fucking tyrant that happens to look like Mr. X.
That specific branch of tyrant is canonically nicknamed Mr. X. So, like, pretty much it's a
Oh,
generalized
okay,
statement for that specific tyrant.
got it, got it.
Because, obviously, as you probably know, there was at least 6 confirmed Mr. X's in Raccoon City at one point.
Yeah, and again, I'm impressed by
Although
the
my
RPD members that were just normal enough, yet they were still badass enough to actually take down those tyrants.
Yeah, and my personal headcanon, kind of joking, kind of serious, is that Gideon and Zeno took that trench coat wearing dude from the intro who bumped into Grace and turned him into that Mr. X.
That would be pretty crazy, considering that whole fit was just
Because
too
he had
similar.
the same trench coat and top hat.
Yeah. And then someone said one of the NPCs also looked like they dressed up like as Ethan. I was like, oh my god, like what is going on here?
Also, just gonna say it, I love that Leon's like, yeah, I remember you. Starts shooting, parries a punch, gets a punch to the stomach. He's like, oh, I remember that too.
That was pretty hilarious. What is that rattling
And
thing?
I loved that for the first time in the game as Leon, you felt completely powerless against him again.
Yeah, nice callback. Very painful callback though, especially with that
And
fucking airplane piece.
obviously,
I mean, helicopter piece.
how did you feel about the relatively more PS1 accurate Super Tyrant?
I thought it was cool. Like I'm not hating on it.
Like, it was really cool to see a version of the Super Tyrant that wasn't all, like, exploded up from the fire.
Yeah.
And, like, missing his jaw.
I was just like, nah, this is just him peak performance, like no damage whatsoever.
I remember specifically when I fought him in my playthrough. The first thing he does automatically in every fight is he does the roar and like dragging his hand across the ground like he did in 2. The problem is in 2 that was an instant death if you didn't use a flashbang.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh shit, I get hit. I was like, oh, I'm still alive. Okay, it's not an instant kill anymore.
Nah, Leon's too old to get killed by that now.
Did
Apparently.
you see? Okay, so there's an edit someone did. It shows Leon fighting the Super Tyrant in 2, and he like the Tyrant's rushing towards him to do his like attack where he pushes his big arm towards Leon.
Uh-huh.
And it cuts as he does that to Leon parrying that same attack in 9.
Right.
And it's so badass because then it cuts to him sharpening the hatchet while the Tyrant just kind of looks back. He's like, all right, bitch, you're definitely not the same pushover you were. I get it.
Oh yeah, I seen that one. Yeah, that was fucking cool. I was like, especially like, I don't know, it just represented so many things at once.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, god damn, like freaking anime ass fight going on in the Capcom games.
Like, ironically enough, the fight reminded me of in My Hero Academia, Midoriya and Bakugo have a fight later in the series, and Midoriya basically says, "I'm not going to be a punching bag anymore," and I'm just like, that's what Leon is saying to Mr. X right now.
True.
He's like, I've got 28 years of experience. You're not taking me down this time.
And he got a freaking tight, freaking vibranium ass type of
Hatchet. Shit doesn't break.
It does not. I was like, shit, what the hell is this thing made of?
Like, I was talking to someone about it, and I was like, this shit should be like dust and like just like particles by the end, but nah, it's all good.
Leon's the true BOW this whole time.
All right, I've got a massive spoiler to talk about. It might even be too spoilerific for this.
All right, what's up?
I learned that the residents are indeed evil.
Oh my god.
I can't be
Roll
saying
credits.
that, I know. Can't be saying that, I know, but like I just had to say it. I think they're super evil this time.
The Capcom lawyers are at your door right now.
Shit! Fuck! I hear! Oh god, they sent a Mr. X. Ah!
Oh, perfect.
I was trying to stay quiet for a little longer, you jackass.
Oh,
kind
of.
of.
Plant 43.
Plant 43. I feel like we should indeed mention that. Plant 43. Interesting, and like you told me that I learned from you, is there's to make up for the fact that there's no Plant 43 or whatever in Resident Evil 2 remake. Or 3 remake, was it? Which one was it that was supposed to be in?
Okay, so from what I remember, I remember finding the plant in 2. Like, it was like a big ass thing to deal with, like, especially when all the plant zombies are, no.
Ivies.
The plant ivies, yeah. So I think it was two that had to be dealt with. But I remembered and remake, like they only made like a slight they made like a slight reference to it because they had like a door slightly ajar with some plant coming out of it, but it was not um but of course you cannot go inside it because you cannot fight 43. So I guess they're trying to
And
make a reference to it.
and the
What's
I
that
didn't understand
noise?
what was happening. That was me laughing.
No, I mean the rattling noise because I keep hearing it.
Hold on, let me just try something real quick.
Alrighty.
Did it stop?
I don't know. Do whatever you're constantly doing.
Blah 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 blah.
I think it stopped.
That was my AC unit.
Ah, I see. All right, continue.
um, like when the first like Plant 43 tentacle that shows up in the train, I didn't know what the fuck it was at first, so I ended up getting hit before I realized, oh fuck, it's a plant. I liked the fight before you go into the arc. I just think it was a little bit rushed. As in, like, it's not really like a super long fight. You just do enough damage to it, and then the exploding barrels drop.
Yeah, I will say I'm surprised like how short it was, and I'm just thinking to myself like, damn, either they did not have enough time to like really do these other things, or they were really just trying to make Leon seem like the strongest protagonist in the whole series because he dealt, oh boy, what did he deal with? He dealt with a nemesis, he dealt with a tyrant, he dealt with the Plant 43. He all in the span of like a fucking day, all while dying.
A day, all in the span of like 45 minutes, probably.
God damn. Yeah, yeah. Like, oh, and let's not forget the infamous Hunk as well. So fuck, this motherfucker gotta be like one of the strongest protagonists ever if he's dealing with
All
that
these
many characters in one go.
badasses.
Yeah.
Um, and of course, we can't forget the other thing that he deals with.
All right.
They might have made their first appearance in Resident Evil 2.
Oh, right, Mr. X. My bad.
No, you mentioned Mr.
Oh, yeah,
X.
yeah, you're right. Whoops.
I'm talking about the liquors.
Oh, right. I'm so sorry. Like, I dealt with those so easily, even as Grace, that I was just thinking like, huh? I was like, oh fuck, right, Lakers, they were in there. I killed them.
Um, I like how he's like, you guys haven't changed much, have you? Also, just gonna say it, the actual parameters of the Raccoon City Syndrome are very vague. Like, is everyone who was from Raccoon City and survived, are they all infected with it? Are only certain people infected with it? Because, like, throughout the game, they make no mention of, like, Jill or Claire or Chris ever being infected with it, because at the end of the game, Leon only mentions bringing back a dose for Sherry and not about, like, reverse engineering it to make more to cure the others.
Your answer is yes.
Huh?
These fuckers
What's
did not answer any of that because I'm just thinking. I'm looking back at the files I remembered. And I was like, yep, they just sort of like made this disease up. I mean, it's up to obviously up to them, like their lore. But I was just thinking to myself, like they did not really implement the parameters of that so well. Like you're trying to make sense of it. I was just thinking, like, yeah, who else could be affected? Like, why are they so vague about everyone else that was in Raccoon City at the time? But I guess we can assume that Jill most likely have it, unless it's only. Uh, oh, wait, no, yeah, the T virus. She had that. She got the
like,
vaccine,
she was one of
but
the few that was full on infected with it.
yeah, so she most likely got the disease. Fuck, who else? Maybe Carlos? Oh, fuck yeah, Carlos is dead. He's probably out of country and he's like, oh man, why am I feeling like shit lately?
And this is just going off the idea that they are actually all infected.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm just thinking about it. Because from what I remember, someone showing them, like, if you were to look at Hunk's body after you defeat him, his hand is
Yeah,
exposed,
he's
and
got the virus on his hand.
yeah, so it's definitely affected anyone that was in Raccoon City. Thing is, what's the parameter? Like, what's the extent? Especially when like were the hills that far off away from Raccoon City? Like, even Chris needs to be vaccinated. Like, what's going on? I don't think we'll ever know.
Like, we may never fucking know at this point.
No, because we got the cure already. Thankfully.
They're probably in RE10, whenever that comes out, or whatever side story comes out that takes place after 9.
10
we'll
years
probably
later.
get a short little, a short little, we'll probably get like a really short part of the beginning where it's like, oh yeah, they reverse engineered Sherry's dose and was able to make enough for all the survivors.
You know what was gonna really piss us off?
What's
If
that?
you and I decide to like actually look at the FBI report, special content later on, it actually explains like what is parameters and everything, and we're like, we're complaining here and there, and it's like, oh shit, all the answers are actually in here.
You know, I still, oh my god, during my Let's Play, post-game, I look through that, I'm like, I am not reading 62 pages on this part. Fuck that.
True. I was like, God damn, this is actually a lot. They really care about this. But then I was like, they're just trying to clean up their own bullshit. Oh my God, why did they merge things? Again, that's just my minor complaint about the series so far.
Is there anything else that we want to go over, or?
Let's see, we touched on, well, we enjoyed Grace, but we were so confused by her not being that special.
Here's the thing. Some people, like, are irritated with how she acts and, like, how skittish and timid she is. And it's like, she's not, like, Claire, for example, the brother of the sister of a badass, Leon, had already trained to be a police officer. Obviously, this shit doesn't prepare you for zombies, but it prepares you for more intense situations. Grace didn't have that. She may have been an FBI officer, but by God fucking damn it, she just sat in the goddamn office.
An analyst, no less. Like, yeah, she knows how to shoot.
So she never got field training or field experience. So she is completely fucking allowed to be awkward about this shit.
And let's not forget, she was sent to the fucking place where her mom was killed. That's fucking PTSD right there.
No shit. And like, that's one thing I want to bring up.
Fuck that boss of hers.
That whole flashback was just a case of, oh, he's dead. Oh, she's dead.
Yeah.
That's it. Also,
we know she has a Reddit thanks to the freaking Eagle Eye viewers.
Fucking shit, you goddamn right. Also, I checked her account. She's only got one post. It's about the Dolby incident.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I am so sorry. Normally I save the gas for the Let's Plays, but goddamn.
Got you by surprise.
Fucking, okay, we'll talk about this off stream. We'll talk about this during Resident Evil 6.
Okay.
But, yeah, I have a funny story about that. Anyways, also, I don't know if this was added in an update. I'd have to go look at part 1 again, or part 2 to check. But now, when you fire the Requiem for the first time, Grace actually does react, and, like her hand basically went numb because she shakes it to get feeling back in it.
That's true.
I don't remember that being in the base game when it first released.
Really?
Like, it might have been. Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, she shook her hand when she shot it for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of shots.
That being said, sorry, continue.
As much as I love Resident Evil 9, I didn't hit her vitals is such a fucking cop out.
Well, no, actually, if you go back and do that, even if you aim for the heart, Leon actually shifts his aim upward so he doesn't hit it.
Ah, I see.
It's like he legitimately did not hit her vitals.
Oh, okay.
He's like, oh yeah, the bullets just got lodged in her skin. She's fine. Emily's fine.
She just got knocked out just cuz.
I thought it was a... It's gonna be really awkward when Emily starts growing up, though.
She's like, hey, that's the man that shot me.
No, she's gonna be like, damn, why do I look just like a Grace?
Oh yeah, true, because at least she's the one that is cloned, huh?
Yeah, those girls were all clones of Grace, I mean.
Yeah.
Trying to recreate the special one.
True, true. Okay.
Which,
oh, go on.
I've completely forgot to... I kind of touched on this. I said I had a special name for the main villain, but I wanted to wait till the spoiler part to talk about it.
Go on.
My... During the cutscene in the hotel, or the inn or whatever, where he's like, you, the special one, the chosen one. My first fucking words are, you look like a toad!
Yeah, he did.
He do look like a toad.
Fucking
Also,
Mr. Gideon. Goddamn.
Fucking goddamn. Him being a nemesis, though?
Fucking wild.
Like, it makes sense, ultimately, as to, like, how even Leon goes, a nemesis. No wonder he's so damn relentless.
Seriously, I was like, how's the motorcycle not taking you out?
How did you survive getting your arm ripped off? All of a sudden, he's got, like, little fake hands swirling out of his arm.
Yeah, he was such a fucking character. His fucking walk away after laughing a crazy amount of time after in the basement. No, not the basement.
It was there during the upper floor when Grace escapes him and like tricks him into thinking she ran out there.
Yeah, he was just like ha 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 ha, and then just dead silence, straight start power walking out there. I was like, oh shit, right, this place is about to explode. I was like, what the fuck was that? And I'm so glad I'm not the only one that realized like how freaking awkward that scene was, but so hilarious.
I've done it. Honestly, I think we've pretty much gone over everything.
Yeah. Other than my last note, Spencer, the way that they try to make him seem like he was innocent in the end,
yes.
But you know what? I'm like I try looking through comments, seeing like how people feel about the whole Spencer rewrite thing, and like I told Zoomer here in Discord, I have a feeling like I just hope to God that they don't try to do like a whole rewrite of Spencer and Resident Evil 5 remake, because I feel like again that's a cop out for a writing moment that does not make sense, and that's gonna make me piss off a bit more about how they keep doing these remakes just to rewrite everything into like and incorporate it into the main timeline that they created a long ass time ago. But then some people said like, come on, let's think about it for a moment. He's probably manipulating people, and he probably did like the whole she's a cure thing just as a way to flip off Wesker before dying or something like that. And so like, I could see that, especially when, okay, if I can't be a god, then no one else can. Hence, the cure being made. That and the fact that he actually hired Alyssa to show up to interview him. Because why the hell would a scientist would want to hire someone for an interview and it's to make themselves look better or try to make some kind of narrative pop up? And I was just like, shit, you know what? That makes sense.
Something I kind of want to go over is the fact that I just kind of a pondering thing, really. It doesn't really have anything to do with 9, but it also does. Do you think Elpis would actually be able to reverse the effects of G-Virus?
G-Virus.
Birkin.
Okay, Birkin. I'm not sure why.
If it was injected during like stage 1, do you think it would revert him back to like perfectly normal human without any of the fatal injuries that led to him injecting himself in the first place?
I think so. It could, at least in stage 1, because we don't know what stage exactly the Raccoon City virus was. All we know that it was just continuously killing off people until they started.
We do know Leon was on the tail end of stage 1 at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Because then, in between, like sometime during the game, he gets to stage 2, and then towards the end, he's at the very end of stage 3.
And that's when he was starting to get not moon swings. What the fuck? He was getting disoriented where he can't even shoot correctly.
Yeah, and it's like it's a great gameplay mechanic to like make you kind of have to back away from the threat, but
Yep. Make you feel desperate because holy shit.
yeah,
But I think
it kind of loses its edge though after you replay it because it always happens at the same times.
oh that sucks because they make it sound like it happens at random moments.
Yeah, but as far as I could tell, just based on when I've played, it's happened at the same time.
Ah, wow. That I think I mentioned this before as well. Like the game doesn't even like doing its own mechanics or stuff like that, or follow its own in-game
Yeah, you
rules.
mentioned that.
Like the liquors, like I'm not the one that made noise, yet somehow I'm the one that's getting targeted by something. I was just like, what the hell? So even if I go
I
quiet
will
over
say the
here,
corrosive, the acid, fucking god tier. That shit is the best weapon in the entire game.
and the fact that Grace could know how to make it already so fast, with just because by the recipes, god damn. Again, she's an alchemist. She's a fucking Resident Evil alchemist right there.
I believe I remember you saying, God, if her and Rebecca were in the same room, they'd be unstoppable.
Something like that, yeah. Like she reminded me a lot of Rebecca, so I was like having a good time with that. Like, oh fuck yeah, Resident Evil Zero vibes right here. Oh man, like
I think that's gonna about cover it for this podcast.
I think so. We are about to reach a 2 hour mark, but I think we touched about everything.
And like overall, I greatly enjoyed the game. I think it's great. Do I think it's the best Resident Evil? Probably not.
Really,
But it did a lot of things right. Enough that I don't consider it a bad game.
definitely on the great scale, but
Yeah, definitely on the great scale.
but
Not necessarily on the god tier scale, but
yeah,
definitely like even replaying it, even when you know everything, it's still a great experience.
yeah. I think what. Okay, so I guess we do short bullet points. Gameplay, fucking fantastic, very fun. Um, the facility,
Pacing, honestly, done very well.
yeah, I could agree with that for sure. Facility map, very awesome. Um, the fucking basement level, holy shit, why? Still great.
The basement level was terror incarnate. Every time I play without infinite ammo, I stock up my Requiem ammo just for that section.
Yep, that
Because
that
playing
level.
on anything besides insanity, one shot will make her go away until the next scripted event.
Yep. Raccoon City, at least the big scale. Oh, jeez, please
Slog.
let's not do open world next entry, please, for the love of God. It's not gonna work.
Like
I'm
honestly,
sorry.
it's not that bad. Like I said, it's not that bad the second time or third time through. You can get through it pretty quickly, but it's still just ugh.
It's still a slog. You still gotta go to multiple places to like backtrack here and there for certain items, which is not fun. It's really not. Especially when you already guys getting used to a singular path, like
Excuse me.
play style. No worries.
Yeah.
And again, Raccoon City, awesome to be back, but it's only in the iconic locations because again, the city's been blown apart. It's not gonna be fun exploring empty buildings unless it's kind of like looking so samey that you sort of wonder like, if it wasn't for the map, the end game map, you'd be wondering like, wait, wasn't I here already a couple minutes ago?
Exactly. Yeah. I actually had that happen to me a couple times, even with the map.
Yeah, so that unfortunately was a downfall right there. I did not mind the Emily. Wait, no, that was not Emily. That was in that part.
Chloe.
Chloe. I did not mind the Chloe part, but Jesus Christ, it made me
My
hate Umbrella so much because of how cruel they are to the children.
Not only that, my entire speech vernacular during that section was nope, don't like this, hate everything about this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Children are terrifying.
Yeah, also they did not dig out some things that well when I realized why do I have to like go see the children and then back out for the progress to continue? Like
I got my neck snapped twice before I figured that out.
that was a very strange moment. I was like, why? Why? Do you guys not think that's true? uh, oh man, but that's sort of a thing that I think we sort of like.
The
We could.
Ark was honestly a very good lab. I liked it as a lab.
Yeah, honestly, like that was probably one of the best lab levels I ever played in a Resident Evil game, which
And
is
especially
crazy.
like fighting the commander, Hunk. We know it's Hunk.
Oh yeah.
Like he was a really good wake up call where it's like, I hope you learned how to parry, because if not, you're fucked.
Yeah, and the fact that even if you try to shoot him, yeah, good fucking luck. That dude
Like
will
you
close the
have to
distance
parry and
fast.
then melee attack. It's the only way you can fight him.
And unfortunately for him, I was pretty damn good at parrying at that point.
I was not. I somehow beat him my second try.
Oh damn. Yeah, so
Well, okay, here's the thing. Like, I
okay.
was very bad at healing, so
Uh-huh.
I didn't have any healing items, and I went in there with low health, so I died that way. Luckily, sometimes after respawning, the game will take pity on you and put a med injector in your inventory.
Oh snap. Wow.
It took pity on me a lot.
And what's crazy is that I'll say this is very interesting. Unless he died first, you wouldn't think that was Hunk, because first he didn't have his iconic helmet, and second, if you were to get killed by him, you would notice that he does his iconic neck snap with the wiggly fingers thing. But since I killed him on
hands.
but since I killed him on the first try, I wouldn't have realized like that was Hunk.
Now, sadly, I didn't die that way. I just died because he hit me with his hatchet, and I died.
Damn.
But the funny thing is, when I fought him the second time, it got to the cutscene where he like slashes that fucking tank or whatever, and the mist comes out.
Oh yeah.
And then immediately after, he fucking dies. So I was like, oh, I guess it's over.
What? What the fuck?
Like right after that cutscene, I hit him like one time, and then it cut to him like killing Hunk.
Oh, that's funny as hell. Meanwhile, I was like chasing his little ass. I was like, "Get back here, you little shit! What the hell? Where do you think you're going?"
No shit. And he's doing the fucking Sonic run during it too.
Yeah, I was like, "Why is he so fast?" Oh my god.
But like, overall, Resident Evil 9 is a great experience, and you should play it just once at least to get to like see what happened after canonically after the events of Resident Evil 8.
Very true. I will say this though, even though I know we don't play Resident Evil for like the story, that like that's not the. I know for some people it's not the main focus, but for me, since I've actually been able to able to keep up with like the stories throughout most of the games, I'm surprised like how good I'm picking up all the plot. But for me this time, I feel like the story was definitely on the weaker side, especially with how messy they made like the whole. Oh, we're trying to actually make this catch up. We're making this in the remake timeline. I'm like, all right, cool. You just sort of like out, not a gatekeep, but you're sort of like leaving out the OG fans, like with that type of way of writing stuff, especially
Right.
when, like, oh, we're facing the plant monster again. Like, all right, cool. I thought we killed it. Stuff like that. And I'm sorry, but I love the story. I love the game, but the story definitely Capcom needs to figure out like whether they want to keep doing this weird mesh of following the original timeline yet doing the remake timeline. Like, get your hand in the game, damn it.
For me personally, I think something they could have improved on was not hyping us up for Xeno specifically as like this badass villain who's gonna be a pain in the ass to actually be, and then just have him be killed by the actual villain.
Yeah. Like, if you're gonna do it that way, then just don't introduce that character whatsoever if you're not gonna use him, because then you're just gonna leave disappointment. Yeah, sorry.
Now that being said, I am excited for the DLC that's coming out.
Same, especially the Leon's Forbidden Romance DLC. I'm excited for that. I want to see what the hell happens there. That fucking director is so funny.
I thought it was finding out about Leon's underlying back problems. I thought that's what the DLC was about.
God, his hunchback. I feel so bad because I could relate.
You can relate because you're old. There's a difference.
Yeah, but like, dude, I'm 28, not 49.
Damn, I thought you. No, dead ass. I thought you were in your 30s.
No. He's 49. Yeah, I'm like, damn. I understand his grunts. He's grunting at every fucking thing he does.
You're only 3 years older than me. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What?
What the fuck? So, you know that guy, keep talking about him, the one who thought you were white.
Okay.
His birthday is Monday. And I was like, how old are you turning? He goes, 26. I go, damn! And, unfortunately, I don't like working with his brother very much because he's such a fucking drag.
Sounds like it.
Like, he'll constantly bring down the mood by, first off, using homophobic stuff. Don't like that.
Oh, no.
Like, one of his favorite responses is that's gay. And that's not necessarily homophobic in the sense, but it's in the context. And, like, for example, my sister is, not straight, for lack of a better word. She's pan.
Oh, okay, got it.
And so she likes both because of that, because, you know, pan is more of a personality thing.
Right.
And, her and I were ready to go home, and he was like, are you going home to your husband? And she goes, I might have a wife, you don't know. And he goes, whoa, if you swing that way, then, you know, more power to you. And we're like, what's that supposed to mean?
Right.
Because, like, he kind of said it in a way of, like, you know, I can't really imagine that.
Uh-huh.
And, like, he'll constantly start fights at work, and it's just like, dude, come on.
He sounds like a whole ass problem.
We'll talk about that more when we play Resident Evil 6, because I do have some other stuff that I don't want to say during stream.
Yeah, especially when we're going to finish the episode.
We got to eventually. At this point, we keep dragging it on by accident.
All right.
But thank you for having me on here. It was really a blast to sit here and talk with you for a couple hours about a game that we really enjoyed.
Yeah, I just wonder what the heck our next topic will be. But, man, I feel like this is a fantastic return to form with the podcast.
Our next topic, ladies and gentlemen, will be what happens when Leon finds the baby oil.
Oh, God. Not again.
The next game, Leon uncovers the truth behind the death of P. Diddy.
That would be a very strange plot.
I'm so sorry. I'm one wild son of a bitch. He's learned this. You guys are gonna learn this.
That's true. Don't worry, folks. Like, yes. All right.
But that being said, I'm also, like, very helpful about certain stuff.
True. All right, my friend. Say your plugs, or I don't know what people can watch you on. Yeah.
Well, right now I only have a YouTube. I do have a Twitch, but I don't really stream on it too much. But you can find me on YouTube at ProfessorZoomer, and currently, at the time of recording this podcast, because I'm going to have to edit this, and that's going to take a while, at the time of recording this podcast, I'm currently uploading the parts to my playthrough of Transformers the Game. So, and I've also got like 10 other playthroughs on my channel, including Resident Evil Requiem, so, you know, if you want to watch a crazy fool play some games, check out my channel, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the cool kids say.
No, you got it.
And also, be sure to subscribe to this idiot.
Why are you telling yourself a third person?
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's right. I got my quips, too.
Excuse me?
Alright, but for real,
the
though.
slander! The discrimination! I feel racially attacked!
Racially attacked?
You are mocking my intelligence because as a white man I must be dumb.
You jumping through so many damn hoops? You may as well be a hooper at this point. What the fuck?
Fucking hell, you right.
All right, but my friend, please know that I appreciate you coming on and talking with me because I really do miss this sort of thing. And yeah,
Of
I
course,
really
of
hope we could
course.
bring a lot of comedy to people. All right, with that being said, everyone, feel free to stick around for the podcast. Like, I feel like we are actually going to come back with more episodes. Fuck yeah. Of course, if you want.
Sorry, this is a Christian channel. I will not have you speaking in such a manner.
You're speaking to a Catholic. I don't think it's going to work out.
You're speaking to a non-religion. You do not hold any power here.
What the fuck?
You speak to someone who does not have a religion. You are powerless.
Ah. So you're one of them evangelists. I'm just kidding. People are gonna be like, "What the?" People are gonna be
Now
like,
that's a fucking hoop. You want to talk to me about hoops? That's a fucking goddamn to reach that conclusion.
"I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what an evangelist believes in." But anyway,
I don't either, to be honest.
we're so
Anyways, we should probably cut this, or else next thing you know, your wife's gonna be home. We're not gonna be able to play Resident Evil 6.
Yes, let's freaking get this over. All right, everyone. If you want to follow me on my gaming channel, it's on Rise for the Emblem. This is where that's where I'm gonna be currently record our future podcast episodes until I don't know, by some miracle we get 50 subscribers on the podcast channel. But anyways, adios. Have a great day and be safe out there, everyone.